When people adopt this, I call these are the finger exercises, the techniques that allow you to take the music, the values that you have in your heart, and translate them into service. Because I'll finish with this. What is capitalism? I love capitalism because it's the system that transforms greed into service. How do you make money? How do you get people to pay for what you offer? Well, you have to give them something that's valuable enough that they will want to part with their money because they think their life is enhanced more by having what you're offering them than by keeping their money. That's true in any voluntary transaction. So if I pay you, let's say X dollars for a service, your service is worth to me more than X dollars. It's not the same. This is a mistake Aristotle made. Aristotle was saying a fair price is a price where value equals price. It's not true. In the market, value always exceeds price. Not always. I mean, there's a boundary condition, but almost always. I pay you $10 for it, I would be willing to pay 15. But it only costs 10, so I only pay 10. Like, for example, my company, we pay Google, so when there's a search, and we bid, and I mean, you know how it works, I guess. I don't have to explain it to you. But why do we pay? It's not because we're nice and want to give the money to you. We're paying because say what we get out of that is more valuable to our lives and our company than what it costs. So you're not making money because you're greedy. I mean, maybe you're greedy, but the way the market transforms that greed is if you want to make a lot of money, you have to give me a lot of service. And the more service you give me, the more money I will be willing to pay. So I find that incredibly spiritual. It's the ultimate spiritual commitment. I'm going to be in business to enhance the lives of everybody that connects with me. As a user, as a customer, as an employee, as a leader, as a colleague. And what I hope my book will do, or the teaching or the work I've done with Google so far, is to create this consciousness that it is fully possible to be here, to be a manager, to be a leader, and use that as an arena to bring some goodness into the world. You see, I always wanted to be the Dalai Lama, but the job is already taken. So I'll do this. Thank you very much. So I guess now we have some questions or comments or challenges. I've heard this is a very challenging culture, so I'm looking forward to that. Yes, please. I think if you use the mic, people will hear you. Will you mind? Thank you very much.
So this is a company that I truly love, and I have a great deal of passion for this company. And I am very glad to hear somebody talking about values, and you used a lot of words that are very important to me, like authentic and integrity and so on, so thank you. I'm a little curious. I love this company a little bit. I'm so close to it that I'm not maybe sure how other people perceive it, and I'm a little bit interested in how you have perceived this company as you come here to work with us.
Thank you. Well, first, I'll say so I'll start by answering how I perceive the company as I came, and then my experience with the company. But the first thing I felt is incredible pride to be associated with a company that's at the edge of creating a new way of thinking. I mean, my interpretation of the internet is that 600 years from now, people will look at this time like Gutenberg's time. Something happened that changed consciousness. The way people think, the way people learn, the way people interact will be changed by this phenomenon that's happening now. I believe 500 years from now, we'll see. And, well, you guys are there. I mean, you're creating new ways of using the internet, of expanding knowledge, of democratizing, if you will, the access to information. So I would say that is almost more important than any experience I've had inside the company. The passion, the goal to have other people be able to use a medium that's capable of transforming human consciousness is phenomenal. And the commitment to do it with no evil, the commitment to do it doing good to the world, is very touching. So that was my first approach. When Cheryl called, it was like, I don't know anything about Google. I just know some of the things they say and the name, and it's very. So I'm very proud, and I feel that. Inside the company, what I felt is this, and I can say mostly Cheryl, because I've been working with Cheryl's group, is this amazing commitment to make that real, and dealing with the complexities and the challenges of a very fast-paced, growing company, a lot of engineering challenges to negotiate with human challenges, trying to bring those together. So it's easy, what I see is that it's easy in the day-to-day frantic pace to lose sight and connection with that broader vision. So my experience has been inside a lot of problems, a lot of dealing with situations that are normal in any business. But that's the thing that surprised me, that they're like normal. This is not a normal company. I mean, the vision of this company is tremendous. But yet, inside the company, people work like, this is, I mean, it's a cool company, don't get me wrong, and people understand it's very cool, and there's a lot of free food and wonderful things, great cafeterias. But there's, I don't see as much, at least I didn't receive as much as I expected, the pride of people saying, wow, what we're doing is amazing. It's changed. It gets talked about, but then when problems happen, the problem becomes a bit overwhelming and people lose that perspective. So those are the things. And I see that as a great opportunity, the idea to connect that the challenges are not bad things. I mean, it's the fertilizer. It's like, okay, if we were not trying to do something amazing, it wouldn't be difficult. So there's, in Spanish, I come from Argentina, and there's a beautiful poem from a Spanish author, Antonio Machado. It says, anoche mientras dormía, last night as I was sleeping, soñé bendita ilusión. I'll say it first in Spanish. Anoche mientras dormía, soñé bendita ilusión, que una colmena tenía dentro de mi corazón, y las doradas abejas iban fabricando en él, con amarguras viejas, blanca cera y dulce miel. Anoche mientras dormía, soñé bendita ilusión, que era Dios lo que tenía dentro de mi corazón. In English, that means, last night as I was sleeping, I dreamt, blessed illusion, that I had a beehive inside my heart, and the golden bees were making white combs and sweet honey out of old bitterness and failure. Last night as I was sleeping, I dreamt, blessed illusion, that it was God that I had inside my heart. So this idea of the golden bees, and whatever happens, whatever problem, you can transform into the bitterness, you can transform into white combs and sweet honey. That is I think the key missing piece to connect with the broader vision and say, yes, we're trying to do something amazingly difficult, and that ennobles us. That's what I would say.